Now the new opportunity for wearing costumes turns out to be the cons. So we go into Comic-Con a couple of years ago, and I'm thinking, you know, I want to walk the floor in costume. That would be cool. That would be really intense. And so I put together this costume. There's me, Grant, Tori, and Jamie. That's the first costume I put together for Comic-Con. And I got much more attention in that costume than I would have had I walked the floor as me naked. I took photos for about an hour and a half, just every 5 seconds taking a photo. It was really, but the transformation was there. That feeling of putting on this whole other skin was totally there. I completely got it. It felt awesome. So there's been more of that. That's me and my son in front of the Ironmonger. This was the one I did at Dragon Con last year, a full Chewbacca built by this guy Mark Putenis at the New England Wookiee Works. Hand-stitched hair onto netting. It's actually quite comfortable. That's me and my wife at Halloween. She loves Wookiees. That's me at Comic-Con last year. Joker from the Heist. I was thinking of a costume that would be a little less attention-grabbing, a little easier to wear. And that was really fun, especially getting down the whole shuffle, that whole kind of thing. It was really, really fun. I ran into all sorts of other Jokers, and we took lots of pictures with each other. But this year at Comic-Con, I'm doing something different. Now, every year I've gone to one of the cons and worn a costume. I've done a thing where if you could find me, you get a prize. And last year at Comic-Con we gave away a Mythbusters-themed iPhone. This year we're actually going to give away a Mythbusters-themed iPad. But the secret is, I'm going to tell you what my costume is. I'm making the official announcement right here for the first time. I'll make it on the web soon. But I'm going to tell you what my costume is, and it's still going to be hard to find me. Why? Because I'm going to be a fucking stormtrooper! Come out with me. Gotta figure out which one I am. I'm not the one you're looking for. I can't wait.
Are you short for a stormtrooper?
No! Actually, I'm even tall for a stormtrooper. All the original stormtrooper costumes were made for these British guys that were a lot shorter. You can't fit in that armor. So there. So picture younger me, younger than this, even than this. Oh wow. 19, 18, 17, 2. Okay, that's 2. 8 years old. No, there we go. 15 years old. That's me at 15. I am a sophomore in high school. It is a baffling ordeal. I am leaving high school every day and booking down to Channel 27, local Westchester County Public Access, where I work with 2 other guys after school as like this AV kid. And after that, after 2 hours there, I go over to the Warner Library where my job is as a page at the library. And I am, you know, being a page means you basically just sort books. Sorry. You sort books and you leaf through the boobies in the 600s. Our Bodies, Ourselves, and other books like that. And the library came to me and said, we need you to, there's this thing called Dungeons and Dragons that's really taking off. And we're wondering if you want to run a dungeon for the library for the summer. So that sounds like fun. So I took all the books that they'd gotten and I looked them through. And my best friend in high school and I constructed this fairly elaborate dungeon. And the only 2 people showed up for the dungeon. I'm sorry. My nose is running. So only 2 people showed up for the dungeon. This really creepy guy whose character name he chose was Rasputin, and this really inordinately hot blonde girl named Angela. And like really like hot. She went to Stuyvesant in New York. She was super cool. I remember she wore this white t-shirt with this big set of lips on it from this movie that was playing in New York called Rocky Horror. And I don't remember anything about that summer, about that dungeon, except that Rasputin died and Angela did not. So can someone grab me a tissue? What's happening is I get a nosebleed occasionally. I've got one on stage. This is like a bucket list, right? He's bleeding on stage! Nerd. So. Now I feel like you've crossed the line and can really be open with each other. So, yeah, Rasputin died and Angela didn't. And Rasputin was never going to live to the end of that dungeon. If he got past all the gelatinous cubes, he had this trap that locked both his feet and drove a spike right up through his middle. No dice roll was going to save him from that. Angela lived, and I went back to high school and didn't hear from her again until around Christmas time, when I got a phone call. My mom was like, Adam, there's a phone call and it's for you. It's a girl. I pick it up and Angela says, hi, it's Angela from the Dungeons and Dragons, remember? I called every savage on the phone. Let me just say, I'm not like, it's not an illusion that she was hot. She was actually like, she was smoking. And she's like, I just thought you were really cool and I thought we could hang out, what do you think? That sounds great. My parents are having a dinner party tonight. Do you want to come? She says, yeah, I'll bring my mom. It's awesome. And she comes with her mom, and my mom says, Adam, why don't you show Angela around the house, and I'll talk to her mom. I'm like, okay. I take her around the house. This is the kitchen. This is the TV room. That's my sister. Shut up. This is my room. Yeah, no, those are my Legos. Yeah, no, all of them. The space, yeah, that one too. And then we're sort of coming to the end of the tour, and we come to the top of the stairs, and there's this moment. It's the first time I've ever had this moment, but it's clear that something's about to happen. And Angela smacks her face into mine, and her tongue shoots out of her head and starts swabbing the whole inside of my head. And I'm thinking, this is what it's about? This is kind of horrible. And then there's this other, much louder part of me that's going, this is awesome! But really uncomfortable. Awesome! Weird, and I don't know what to do. Keep going. That's right. My first kiss came about as a direct result of Dungeons and Dragons.